welcome to my kitchen. My name is Sherry, and today we're just kind of having a lazy Saturday around here, so I thought it'd be a great time to do a video where we do something that's fun but really, really easy. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, you love food, you love fun, you love easy things to make, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. So today we're going to be making cream cheese danishes. Actually, we're going to make strawberry cream cheese danishes, and we're going to do this out of a can of croissant rolls, which is some of my favorite stuff. I really like puff pastry, and next to that, my second favorite would be croissant rolls. So this is really easy, and I think as long as you don't tell your family you use the refrigerated croissant rolls, they might think, you know, this is pretty fancy and you put a lot of work into it. So I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese here that I softened up in the microwave, and I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice to that, and then also a couple of tablespoons of just regular sugar. You can use powdered sugar if you have that on hand, if you prefer that. I'm just making this as simple as could be this morning, and my powdered sugar, I didn't have a bag that was open. I didn't feel like opening a fresh one, because usually I will use powdered sugar. All right, so once we have that stirred up, I'm going to set that aside. I've also got some strawberry jelly here, and then we're just going to work with our croissant rolls. So if you've ever gotten croissant rolls, you've opened them up and you notice they're just really hard to pull apart where the perforation is, it's usually because you let them sit out. Either they sat in the car too long on the way home from shopping, they sat on the counter before you put them in the fridge, or you pulled them out too early. But basically, they kind of got warm, and when that happens, they start to spread a little bit, and then those perforations really want to stick together. Yeah, this is really the hardest part of this recipe, I think, is getting the croissant roll open. I'm going to grab my knife here. We are going to cut this into 8 slices. So I like to cut them in half and then cut them in half again, and I find that makes it really easy. So I'm just going to take this and push this aside, grab my pizza stone, and then we're just going to flatten each one of these kind of out into a croissant shape. And as I'm doing it, I'm kind of pressing together, you know, where the little seams would be, so that we don't have any of our filling leak through on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these. Okay, last one. So I kind of feel like if you start in the center and then you press outwards, it gives you a little bit of a thicker edge like you normally see kind of on a Danish. And also it helps to press those seams together a little bit better. Then once I put it down, I kind of spread it out even more. The thing about croissant rolls is once you spread it out, it tends to, just like any kind of dough really, it kind of brings itself back together, and you just kind of got to keep working it out. I always find that's the problem with pizza dough. All right, that looks good to me. So I have got my little scooper here, and we're just going to put a scoop on each one of these. And then I'm just going to use the back of my little scoop. We're kind of spread this around just a little bit. And then on top of this, I'm going to use an even smaller stainless steel scoop. So you can just use spoons if that's all you have. I just find this makes it really, really easy. I'm just going to put a little scoop of strawberry jelly on each one. That might have been a little more than a scoop. I'm going to take a little bit of this back off. Uh-oh. We messed it up. I got a little bit of white in there. That was going to drive me nuts. All right, so I'm just going to use this and kind of spread this out as well, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, I suppose. And then these are going to go in the oven 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I'll start watching them about 15 minutes, so maybe 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so in the oven they go. Our danishes are out of the oven, and look how pretty they are. I haven't put them in the shape of a flower. Just for presentation. All right, so you can serve them like this, or of course you can mix together just a little bit of powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. You could even probably use water if you wanted. And then I'm just going to use my little whisk. You can also just use the tines of a fork if you don't have a whisk, and we're just going to kind of sling it on here. So you do want to let these cool a little bit so your icing doesn't melt. And sorry if I'm going to disappoint y'all today, but I've been trying to do low carb here the last couple of days. So I think I'm going to skip these and save them. Well, Draven will probably want to eat them all by himself anyway, so I'll probably just skip that part altogether. Anyway, they look beautiful, don't they? I can promise you though, they're just about as good as any Danish you're gonna get at the bakery. So there you have it. Super simple, right? And I was just thinking of this a minute ago. So far I've had Tip for Tuesday, we have Thirsty Thursday, Fab Five Friday, and Slow Cooker Sunday. So I've been trying to think of something for the other days. And I think Saturdays will be Super Simple Saturday. Like that was really easy, right? Just something you can whip up and it takes no time at all and hardly any ingredients. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.